Bitcoin is digital gold. Like gold, it is scarce. But unlike gold, Bitcoin has a built-in mechanism to make it even scarcer over time. This mechanism is called halving. Every 4 years or so, something exciting happens in the world of Bitcoin. The reward for mining Bitcoin gets cut in half. This event, known as the Bitcoin halving, is hard-coded into Bitcoin's DNA. It's a big deal for Bitcoin miners and for the entire Bitcoin ecosystem. Imagine a Bitcoin faucet that used to give you 10 Bitcoins every few minutes. Now imagine that faucet suddenly only gives you 5 Bitcoins. That's what happens during a halving. The rate at which new Bitcoins are created is slashed in half. This might seem strange at first. Why would anyone want to reduce the reward for mining? The answer lies in understanding Bitcoin's ingenious design and its long-term vision. Bitcoin halving is important because it directly impacts the fundamental economic principle of supply and demand. When the supply of something decreases while demand stays the same or increases, its value tends to go up. Think about it like this. Imagine there are only 21 million slices of a delicious pizza. Everyone wants a slice, but there's not enough to go around. Now imagine that the pizzeria decides to cut the size of each slice in half. Suddenly the pizza becomes even more scarce and its value increases. People are willing to pay more for a smaller slice because there's simply less to go around. Bitcoin halving works in a similar way. By reducing the rate at which new Bitcoins are created, halving constricts the supply. If demand for Bitcoin remains constant or increases, this supply squeeze can put upward pressure on its price. Historically, Bitcoin halvings have been followed by periods of significant price appreciation. It's like clockwork. Every time a halving occurs, the price of Bitcoin seems to skyrocket in the months that follow. Let's look at the evidence. The first Bitcoin halving happened in 2012. Back then, Bitcoin was a relatively obscure digital experiment. Few people had even heard of it. But after the halving, something remarkable happened. The price of Bitcoin began to climb and climb and climb. The same pattern played out after the second halving in 2016. Bitcoin's price went on a tear, reaching new all-time highs. And then, in 2020, history repeated itself. The third halving triggered another massive bull run, propelling Bitcoin to previously unimaginable heights. Of course, past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results, but the historical price trends following previous halvings are hard to ignore. They suggest that halving events can have a profound impact on Bitcoin's price trajectory. Section 4. This time it's different, or is it? The 2024 halving is shaping up to be a momentous event. It's the first halving to occur in a world where Bitcoin has gained widespread mainstream adoption. Millions of people now own Bitcoin, from individual investors to institutional giants. Moreover, the macroeconomic backdrop is vastly different from previous halving cycles. We're living in a world of rampant inflation, geopolitical uncertainty, and a growing distrust of traditional financial systems. Many experts believe that these factors could create a perfect storm for Bitcoin, driving demand to unprecedented levels. Another factor to consider is the growing awareness of Bitcoin's environmental impact. Critics often point to Bitcoin's energy consumption as a major drawback. However, the halving actually reduces the amount of energy required to mine Bitcoin. As the block reward decreases, so too does the incentive for miners to use energy-intensive equipment. Section 5. Crystal ball gazing expert predictions for Bitcoin's price. Predicting the future is a fool's errand, but that doesn't stop people from trying. Cryptocurrency analysts and market observers are having a field day making predictions about Bitcoin's price after the 2024 halving. Some analysts believe that Bitcoin could reach 6 figures by the end of 2025, driven by a surge in demand and a shrinking supply. Others are even more bullish, forecasting a price of $200,000 or more within the next few years. Of course, not everyone is convinced that the 2024 halving will be a catalyst for a massive bull run. Some skeptics argue that the market has already priced in the halving and that Bitcoin's price will remain relatively stable in the aftermath. Only time will tell who's right. But one thing is certain, the 2024 halving is generating a lot of excitement and speculation in the cryptocurrency world. Section 6. The halving's hangover: short-term volatility, long-term growth. While the long-term outlook for Bitcoin after the halving is generally positive, it's important to remember that short-term price movements can be volatile. The cryptocurrency market is known for its wild swings. and the period following a halving is no exception. In the months leading up to and following the 2024 halving, we can expect to see increased price volatility. There will be periods of rapid price increases, followed by sudden corrections. This is perfectly normal, and is simply a reflection of the market's attempt to find a new equilibrium. Long-term investors understand that short-term volatility is the price of admission to the cryptocurrency market. They are not deterred by temporary dips in the market and instead focus on the bigger picture. They know that Bitcoin has consistently trended upwards over time and that halving events tend to be followed by periods of significant growth. Section 7. Knowledge is power navigating the Bitcoin halving. The Bitcoin halving is a fascinating event that highlights the unique nature of this revolutionary digital asset. Understanding the basics of Bitcoin halving, its historical impact on prices, and the unique factors at play in 2024 is crucial for anyone interested in the cryptocurrency market. Whether you are a seasoned investor or a crypto newcomer, remember that knowledge is power. Educate yourself about Bitcoin, its underlying technology, and the factors that can influence its price. Do your own research, be wary of hype and emotional investing, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The 2024 halving is an opportunity to deepen your understanding of Bitcoin and its potential impact on the future of finance. By staying informed and making calculated decisions, you can navigate the exciting world of cryptocurrency with confidence.